thank you, Randy, and good day to everyone. And appreciate everyone participating in today's Sunbelt Women's Basketball Media Preview Conference call. We hope that it's been beneficial to you and that you've been able to get the information that you need. I know that my staff stands ready to assist and help if there's any holes that you have in the information that you were looking to get. I will open up with a comment and a couple of remarks, and then certainly I'm available as long as you all have any questions for me. As we start the 2014-15 season, it's a season of stability in the Sun Belt Conference. It's the first time in 3 years that we haven't had a member university either kind of transitioning into the Sun Belt or one that is transitioning out. So I think it's an exciting time in that we're able to focus on building our program and building women's basketball rather than necessarily kind of maintenance type of a situation. So I think that's a real positive. I know that our coaches are excited about the membership structure. There certainly will be some travel challenges and some issues in terms of trying to accommodate an 11-team schedule, but we're very happy with the 11 members that we have and believe that there's a foundation that that is certainly laid, that has been laid, that will allow us to grow the sport of women's basketball. I know that there still continues to be the question asked about whether there's a 12th team in our future, and right now I can say that we had AD meetings a month or so ago. Membership was not even on our agenda. Our presidents are meeting again in next month in November, and it's not projected to be on their agenda. So at this juncture, we're really focusing on building the membership that we have, and that we'll obviously continue to monitor what may be going on around us. But we're very, very pleased with the membership we have. We look forward to the Sun Belt Tournament returning to New Orleans for the second year. Last year, as you recall, it was year one, but it was a situation where when we left Hot Springs, we were not expecting to be in New Orleans last year. It was a little bit of a accommodation to Hot Springs to allow them to have another event. So we've had now a full year of preparation, and we've been able to work with the local hotels to make some real attractive accommodations. So we still believe that New Orleans is the best site for the women's tournament, and that that we will be able to to provide and establish a true destination on a neutral site at Lakefront Arena. And then finally, as we go into this season, as you know, the Sun Belt Network has been replaced with an arrangement with ESPN and ESPN3 that is branded Sun Belt on ESPN. That we've seen some great results during the football season, and we expect that as we get into basketball, that we will be able to provide a very, very positive look and presentation via the ESPN3 brand. So, Randy, I think I'll stop there and entertain any questions.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Benson. Our first questions come from Joshua Parrott. Josh, please go ahead.
Yes, Karl, you spoke a little bit about the league landscape itself. Could you add a little bit about the teams that are playing in women's basketball in particular that are going to be going through their first season, and just kind of what they add, in your opinion, to the league?
Well, as Appalachian State and Georgia Southern coming to the Sun Belt, we think that it'll be a easy transition. I think that they bring programs that have had success in the past, and what I've always found out is that when schools join new conferences, they try to take advantage of the assets that a conference can provide, and we believe that the assets that the Sun Belt provides will allow those programs to to maximize their women's basketball programs. And I think everyone's goal is to win championships and go to the NCAA tournament. And I know that both App State and Georgia Southern are coming into the Sun Belt with those expectations. And I think that unlike football programs that transition from FCS to FBS, I think on the basketball side, whether it's women's or men, usually the transition is a little bit easier. And as we saw with Georgia State on the men's side, their ability to come in and win immediately. So I think that both App State and Georgia Southern, come in at a great time to compete and to compete for a Sun Belt championship.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Josh. Our next questions come from Chad Washington with the Lafayette Daily Advertiser. Chad, please go ahead.
Hey, Karl, just a couple questions. You talked a little bit about the Sun Belt tournament, being in how much it was a positive being in New Orleans. Is there any works to make it a long-term deal to keep the tournament in New Orleans?
Well, it's a 3-year arrangement, and that was our original plan. And I think you usually start talking about extensions and renewals, after year 2, and so I think that would be our plan. But I certainly am not expecting or anticipating that we won't make this a long term. Our goal was to make it a long term event and to grow it, and I think that it's only fair to be able to to give it some time to grow. And again, as I mentioned, last year was a little bit of a probably not a great indicator, just because we didn't have the time, and I think that we knew that there were some hotel issues that we inherited as well. But I think that that now as we go into year 2, I think we have an opportunity to grow. And again, we need to depend on those universities like University of Louisiana Lafayette that that has the proximity, and I think that we plan to try to do a little bit more marketing and promotion in the cities where universities are definitely driving distance and easy driving distance to New Orleans.
And one other thing real quick about the TV deals. Obviously, you say you're pleased about the ESPN3 deal. Is there any other plans to try and broaden that and maybe make the Sun Belt Network available, like, for example, to maybe Cox Sports Television, to try and get to get more television exposure in the conference's footprint?
So I know that UL Lafayette is discussing television opportunities with Cox, and we certainly would encourage that and encourage them to do whatever they can from a local standpoint and from a university standpoint. But right now the arrangement that we have with ESPN is exclusive, that that would not allow the ESPN games to be distributed via Cox.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
You bet. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chad, and thank you, Commissioner Benson. I think that's all the questions we have for you today. Thank you very much.
Great. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.